Deep in the countryside, hidden by dense forests and winding trails, there was a small community that lived in isolation. They were known as the cult, feared and whispered about by the nearby townsfolk. It was said that they practiced horrific rituals in the name of their deity, and those who dared to venture into their territory never returned. The cult was led by a charismatic and mysterious figure, known only as the Master. He was said to possess dark powers, and his followers worshipped him with blind devotion. They believed that he had the power to grant them eternal life and protect them from any harm. The cult members lived simple lives, working on their farms and tending to their animals during the day, but as the sun would set, they would gather in their temple, an old abandoned church at the center of their community. It was a place of blood-stained walls and eerie symbols, where unspeakable rituals were performed. One particularly ominous ritual that was whispered about was the harvesting. Once a year, on a full moon, the cult members would venture into the nearby town and kidnap a young woman. She would be brought back to their temple and tied to a sacrificial altar. The master would then perform a ritual that involved cutting out the woman's heart and offering it as a sacrifice to their deity. The blood would be collected in a chalice and consumed by the master and his followers, as they believed it would grant them immortality and everlasting power. The townsfolk lived in fear of this terrifying tradition, and every year, as the full moon approached, they would lock themselves inside their homes and pray for protection. But the sacrifices continued, and the cult grew stronger and more powerful. However, one year, a young woman named Anna was chosen as the sacrificial offering. Her family had heard the rumors and tried to hide her, but the cult members managed to find her and bring her to their temple. As the master prepared to perform the ritual, Anna's eyes filled with terror, but she refused to give up without a fight. With all her strength, she managed to break free from her restraints and grabbed a nearby candlestick, striking the master in the head. In the commotion, Anna managed to escape and ran through the woods, her heart pounding with fear, but she soon realized that she was being pursued by the cult members. Determined to survive, she found her way to the abandoned church and barricaded herself inside. For hours, the cult members banged on the doors and chanted, trying to break through, but as daylight approached, they finally gave up and retreated back to their community. Anna emerged from the church, shaken and traumatized by the events that had unfolded. She made her way back to the town, determined to expose the cult and put an end to their horrific rituals. With the help of the townsfolk, Anna was able to bring the cult to justice. The master was arrested and the rest of the cult members were either captured or fled into hiding. The town was forever changed, no longer living in fear of the cult and their gruesome practices. The countryside was once again peaceful, and the townsfolk could finally sleep soundly at night, knowing that they were safe from the horrific rituals of the cult. But the memory of those dark days would forever haunt them, a constant reminder of the evil that can lurk within even the most unsuspecting places.